What's up there, Internet? Staff Sergeant Raymond Hoy, and if you haven't heard from me, you will. I'd say I tried to be all intense. It doesn't work ever. This is your Academy Insider. This is supposed to be a short show this week, but, you know, nothing ever turns out like you plan it. However, this is, and I didn't actually type this out, but I just happened to know it, this is our 10th episode.
You're welcome.
Fixing post, you guys. Anyways, up first we have 40 days. That's right, it's getting closer to recognition. Today we have our on-the-scene roving iReporters.
I'm pretty sure there's some sort of legal thing that you can't use that.
You want me to take it out? Today we have our on-the-scene roving reporter, Second Lieutenant Meredith Kirchhoff on the Terrazzo, highlighting Cadet Squadron 23, highlighting the Cadet Squadron 23 Spirit Mission.
Good morning, Falcon Nation. I'm Second Lieutenant Meredith Kirchhoff, and I'm here in the Terrazzo, right in the middle of 40 days until recognition. Actually, it's 23 days until recognition, and the Barnstormers of Cadet Squadron 23 have constructed a barn right here in front of Mitchell Hall. It's located directly over the strip, and it's blasting music, so all of the 4th class cadets traveling to and from Fairchild Hall get to run right through it. Good luck, class of 2014, on recognition this year. 23 days.
Let's give her a hand, everyone. There we go. You may remember Lieutenant Kirchhoff from her On Being a Second Lieutenant segment. Yeah, she's kind of like a rock star around here. She's also my supervisor, and she made me put her on camera. NCLS is right around the corner. The 18th Annual National Character and Leadership Symposium kicks off February 24th and will give the cadets an opportunity to see speakers who mean something to the individual cadet.
The whole idea is to get a genre of speakers that have a message to actually relay, something that is inspiring, something that really captures the audience and kind of compels them in a sense and really plays on their heartstrings so as to go out and actually go forward and change.
And these speakers aren't your typical speakers our cadets may be used to hearing at the Academy.
It gets to the heart. A lot of times we refer to it as living examples of character. Folks that have made a mistake, corrected and persevered, those that have had a dream and stuck to it and made it. And even those that took a tragedy like Rachel's Challenge, that took an awful tragedy and turned it into a world of good.
Now we have a special NCLS version of Sound Off this week. That's right, normally we have Sound Off down toward the end of the show, but we're putting it right behind the NCLS piece. You see what we did there? Yet another example of the professional journalism skills here at the Academy.
You just screwed up the flow of the show. That's all you did.
Well, but we were doing, it's like professional. This week we asked cadets to sound off with who they are most excited to see at NCLS.
I'm looking forward to seeing the scary guy because he's all tattooed up and it's pretty interesting looking. And I'm not seeing Lopez Lamong, the runner from Kenya, but he has the same name as me, kind of, which is kind of cool. Anyway, yeah.
I guess if I had someone come named Hoy, I would totally want to see him or her, but Lopez, it's not so unique. I guess if it's Lopez from Kenya, though, and it's his first name, it's a little different.
I'm actually looking forward to all the athletes that are coming, especially Chad Hennings because he was a former graduate, and I'm actually an athlete here. I'm on the volleyball team, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Shameless self-promotion alert.
I'm really excited to see Leo Thorsness at NCLS, to hear his stories about, I believe he was a POW, so I'm really excited about that.
I'm looking forward to see the Medal of Honor recipients, the panel.
Now there are some really good speakers this year. Go to the website, that's right, here, or over here, to check out the speakers that the cadets will be lucky enough to watch this year. Moving right along. Now we're going to check out some high-tech sports stuff. We recently went over to the Human Performance Lab to check out some of the recent studies they're doing over there. Right now it's some high-altitude training.
So by taking them down to sea level, they're able to work harder because the oxygen is more readily available to them. Once we get that all done, we're going to be presenting that to the Air Force to give some quantification to making an altitude adjustment for the Air Force airmen that are stationed 5,000 feet and above, which is about 10 Air Force bases.
Yeah, one of the things they're trying to do is prove to the Air Force that there is a difference in working out at elevation. And maybe, just maybe, we can get an adjustment to our scores for our PT test. That's physical training for those of you who don't know who PT is. The lab is also using their research to help the women's basketball and soccer teams boost their endurance.
It's basically a sprinting test to check our endurance. So we sprint for 35 seconds at 7.5 miles per hour.
You go from the treadmill to the bike, so you're moving all the time, where it's like, if you're in the gym running lines, it's like you're gonna run, so you're always moving.
We want to be at a situation where we have the best season Air Force women's soccer has ever had.
98, oh, 99, oh, 100, yeah. Okay. All right, that's good. Sorry, just inspired me to do a little bit of working out, kind of like some of this stuff. Anyway. Now for our sports rundown. Okay, wait. See what we did there again? I just tied the Human Performance Lab into our sports section. I really don't think you guys can appreciate the dedication and professionalism of this show. It's pretty impressive. Hockey beat Niagara February 11th, 3-2, and then they lost to them again on Saturday, 5-4. I was at both these games, and that overtime loss was a heartbreaker. Our goalie Jason Torf lost his stick right there at the end, and he was getting it handed back to him by one of the players when Niagara put in the game winner. Hockey side note, if you haven't been to a hockey game lately, they have a new attraction. The bird is usually at the game throwing out the t-shirts to the fans, like such. But they recently got a mini Zamboni with the bird riding on the back. This thing launches t-shirts into the crowd. And when I say launch, I mean it is no joke. These things shoot up into the rafters and they fall back down into the crowd. It's pretty crazy. Also, if you haven't been to a game, you're just missing out. They are by far my favorite Falcon sport to attend. And I get to stand on the sidelines at the football games, so yeah. All right, we also played BYU in basketball this last week as well. Both our men's and women's team, they both lost pretty good. I'm talking like 40 points almost. Hey, don't get mad at me. I didn't make the news. I just reported. Okay, that's a wrap. I hope we kept it short enough for you this week. And I'm Staff Sergeant Hoy. The music. I mean, I wish I could actually hear the music, so I know it comes back. We're probably totally out. You can edit that later. He won't stop. I know he's not gonna. Is there a pause button or something?